What if I told you that someone might be living in the future, right now? What if a simple photograph held the proof that time has already been broken? A man appears in the middle of a crowd, wearing modern sunglasses. In his hand, something that looks disturbingly like a smartphone, decades before smartphones even existed. Some say it's just a coincidence, but others believe that image is a glitch, a slip in time, because time isn't what you think. It's not a straight line. It bends, it stretches, it slows down, and sometimes it collapses. In this video, you'll discover how time travel is already happening, just not the way you've seen it in the movies. Welcome to CuriousVerse. The biggest lie they ever told you is that time moves the same for everyone. Up there, more than 400 kilometers above Earth, astronauts live aboard a space station traveling at nearly 28,000 kilometers per hour. And because of that, they age more slowly. Yes, literally. Time flows differently for them. This phenomenon is called time dilation, and it was predicted by Einstein over 100 years ago. In 2015, an extraordinary experiment proved it. Two twin brothers, Scott and Mark Kelly. One stayed on Earth. The other spent almost a year in orbit. When they reunited, their bodies were no longer synchronized. Scott, the one who went to space, had aged slightly less. You don't need a time machine, you just need to go fast enough or live far enough from gravity, because if time can slow down, what else could it do? Imagine taking a sheet of paper. Now fold it until two distant points touch. If you could pass through one side to the other, you wouldn't just be shortening space, you'd be shortening time. That's the basic idea behind a wormhole. It's not science fiction, it's a possibility, predicted by Einstein's equations. A hidden shortcut in the fabric of the universe, capable of connecting two distant points in space, or even in time. Physicist Kip Thorne, a Nobel Prize winner, believed that with the right amount of exotic energy, one of these portals could stay open. And it's no coincidence, he was a scientific advisor for the movie Interstellar. But this isn't cinema, this is serious theoretical physics. And there's a problem. Every time scientists try to simulate a wormhole, it collapses, as if the universe itself is afraid of what might happen if we actually get through. But what if someone has already crossed over? What if time travelers were already here, hiding among us? No shiny machines, no glowing portals, just ordinary people, living in silence, observing. That question was taken seriously by two scientists from Michigan Technological University. In 2014, they launched a bold study to find time travelers on the internet. They believed that if someone from the future was already here, they might have left traces behind, maybe posted something out of place, mentioned an event before it actually happened. So they searched for keywords like Pope Francis and New Horizons, events that wouldn't happen until years later. And they looked for old posts containing those terms. They analyzed forums, comments, tweets, blogs. They compared dates, profiles, and contexts, hunting for signs that someone knew what hadn't yet occurred. And what did they find? Nothing. No solid evidence. No messages from beyond time. But that didn't prove time travelers don't exist. It only proved that if they are here, they're very, very good at hiding. Have you ever noticed how a single smell can take you straight back to childhood? Or how a sound can bring back a scene you haven't seen in years? That's not magic. It's neuroscience. Your brain reconstructs time. Every moment, it blends memory, anticipates the future, and shifts how you feel the present. Psychologists call this subjective time, an internal experience that almost never matches the clock. According to cognitive neuroscience, what we call now lasts only about 2.5 seconds. Everything else is a mental montage, fragments of the past, predictions of the future, emotional echoes. That's why sometimes 1 minute feels like an eternity, and other times, an hour vanishes without a trace. The truth is, time travel is already happening, every single day, inside your mind. And if the human brain can already bend time so precisely, what if physics is just now starting to catch up? Because the real time machine might have been inside you all along. Throughout this journey, science has revealed one thing. Time is not what we thought it was. It slows down in space. It bends under gravity. And it folds within the human mind. Theories like relativity, wormholes, and time dilation, they sound like science fiction, but they're in textbooks, in labs, in the very equations that shape the universe. Maybe the real question isn't, is time travel possible? But instead, what if it's already happening? Maybe there are travelers out there, watching in silence, living between seconds that haven't arrived yet. Or maybe the traveler is you, moving between memories, choices, and futures that are still unwritten. If this journey awakened something in you, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. Time isn't a line, it's a mystery. And tell me, if you could visit just one moment in your life, which one would it be? Because here at CuriousVerse, we don't pretend to have all the answers. We show you how to ask better questions. See you in the next episode.